What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
How happy all the animals are around here.
Mm-hmm.
The birds are singing such happy songs, and
Yes.
they're all just glad to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Watching the baby deer run around in circles this morning, playing, and the squirrels and their antics, and all the different birds, everything from hummingbirds to big storks and cranes and crows, and
they seem to be very vocal at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
What are they saying to each other?
Sabrina's here. Hi, Sabrina. They're like acknowledging. Yeah, they got loud.
Yes. Who else is connecting with Sabrina?
The spirits of the land, the guardian brotherhood. There's a semicircle around this enclosure.
Yes. How many do you experience being around you?
15.
Are they male or female?
Male.
And who are they? What is their sole purpose?
To look over the land and protect it. They're stewards of the land. They're looking out after you and all your visitors too, Alba.
Yes. So what message do they have today?
We're here and we're glad about the work you do. And we're watchers. We're proud of your work and that you hold the land sacred also.
How many others are here besides these that are the stewards of the land? Do we have any?
You talk about the elementals?
Yes.
Multiple.
What do they do on the land?
Some are pranksters. Some are, they nourish, somehow they make the flowers grow better or make them happier somehow.
Yes.
And they, it's like they rally bugs and birds to make sure that things are pollinated, and they, it's like they're saying they twinkle with joy around here. They sprinkle and twinkle is what I'm hearing. It's like they're la la la,
Yes.
spreading some joy and making sure that the nature part is happy to behold and works well together for everything to be cross-pollinated and flourishing.
Very good. Now behind Sabrina is a very ancient tree. Would you connect with that tree?
This tree has seen many years and changes on this land. She's been here before the current tribes inhabited. She's held many a nest and weathered many a storm. She's housed certain animals other than birds. Seems that a family of bears lived in and around her for a while.
Oh, well.
Like it was a couple of generations of it. But she has really good memories, mostly of this land. She's seen battles here
Yes.
of some kind. And And she's seen the guardianship brotherhood. She's seen them when they lived on the land and others like them. And they lived in harmony.
Yes.
But yeah, she's seen friction too. But mostly harmony. She's happy.
Very good. Very good. Now I added a pyramid in between her arms.
She didn't know quite what to think of that when it first came along.
Yes.
And she's still adjusting to the energy that comes from it. But she knows it's a healing thing, so she's good with it.
Good. Is she having to adjust her energy?
She's having to adjust her energy because its energy is faster than hers.
I see.
And it kind of, I wouldn't say irritates, but it kind of disturbing her peace a little bit, I guess.
Okay. Would she want me to move it to a different place? Or is that okay with her?
She said that would make her more comfortable.
Okay. All right. We'll do that.
She was trying to abide, though, because she knows it's for the good. You know, she sees people go in it with a certain negative frenetic energy, and they come out more healed. So she wants to be part of that, but at the same time, it's something about the copper.
All right. Good. All right. So let's disconnect from the tree now, and just take a deep breath in for me, and go deeper. And connect with that part of Sabrina that knows what's happening from a higher perspective. And tell me when you're there.
I'm always here, Alba.
Okay, good. Now Sabrina is almost at the end of her, I guess, her journey, this latest challenge that she's been through. What would you say it is that she needed to learn from all of this?
Plenty. She learned about multiple things, how that she's learned and grown. She's had major loss and gain.
Yes.
In this situation. She's had heartache and joy.
Yes.
She's learned how to develop, grow, and ascend.
Yes.
She's gone from a path that was sure to destroy her to a path of hope and enlightenment.
And how can all of this experience help her help others?
Through her trials, she's learned a lot of humility and compassion. If someone tells her their troubles, she knows what that feels like. And because she's gone through it ahead of them or more intensely than them, she can help guide them to the light.
Would you tell me a little bit about this guiding them to the light? What does that mean?
There are many troubled souls on the earth right now. They are struggling to be the best they can be. And we all know down deep that the world is coming to a crescendo of sorts. Some people are just jumping right into the darkness of thought and action. And some people are tempted by it because it's right in their face, but they know down deep that they better lighten up and go towards God, go towards goodness, and the brotherhood of man, and help each other out of this mire. So some people are already on the path, but they're looking for enrichment. And some people feel alone, forsaken, and hopelessly sad. And they know that they can't just end their life, but they need some hope and guidance to continue on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the people that have been tested, and it's like school. If you're in college and let's say you're an art major, and then there's this child that's an artist also, but their art is very rudimentary and they struggle with it, but yet they want to create and bring joy. And they struggle sometimes. And in kindergarten, we all learn how to dance and sing and play some kind of music and create some art. But somewhere along the way, most everyone quits doing all of it. Some people just quit doing a few of these things. The ones that continue on these enlightened paths are the ones that have support, where people say, that's wonderful. If they say, I can't do it, and someone comes along and says, you can't do it yet, but keep working on it. Keep working on this ability. So there's some of us that have gotten up to the college level of life, and we know what it's like to be that kindergartner. And we want to reach out and support and help that child, that person that's a bit behind, to excel the best they can and make the world a better place through beauty and love and expression. So bringing them to the light is teaching them life on earth lessons that have helped you get to the light.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the mission is to help people excel in whatever their gift is, and everyone has one. Every person on earth has a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Some are dormant, some are repressed, and some are almost there getting it, and some are waking full on up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing these different levels of enlightenment, and the ones that are a little bit ahead want to help, not pull, but cheer on
Mm-hmm.
the ones that are stumbling and falling a bit.
Yes. And what do you say about those that are in relationships in which their partner doesn't support them? They love them, but they don't support them on this journey. How do they handle something like this?
That's their personal challenge, Alba. It depends on where they're at in their journey and where their partner is on their journey. But we're all seeing relationships fall away from each other. And then we're seeing some where the partner wasn't supportive, but then all of a sudden they have an epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
So sky's the limit. Prayer and belief in the goodness of it, can perform miracles, but then there's some where it's absolutely necessary, and it will become very clear, black or white, that it's time to separate from this person and go towards light.
Mm-hmm.
A drowning man will drown you too.
Yeah.
So
Good.
it's a big decision, and it's a lot of meditation and prayer and looking inside and being wide awake as to what is happening helps a lot.
Mm-hmm. I have a question about prayer. Recently, I had a client who asked me about prayer. I said, I pray all the time. They had been disheartened with religion, and they didn't know how to pray. They were totally against any mention of God, any mention of prayer. And I pray all the time, but from a higher level, would you tell me, what is the best way to pray, and what does prayer do? How does it affect the outcome of anything?
That's a loaded question, Alba.
I know.
There are multiple organized religions that have their own way, their own special way of prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Buddhists were taught one way, Islam is taught another, Muslims are taught another, Christians, Jesus said this is how you pray. Prayer is an individual connection to the source. You can pray according to the Bible. You can pray with others, which makes it stronger, no matter what your religion is. Two or more gathered makes that prayer stronger. You, Alba, you stay in a constant state of prayer. Many people are in a constant state of prayer now. We pray, God, please help. God, I am forgiving this person. Help me forgive this person. God, look at this beautiful flower. What a creator you are. It's all around us what to be grateful for, what to hope the best for, what to wish the best for. And there's multiple prayers and multiple traditions of organized religion that can help you put the right words if you're not very eloquent, say. I mean, some of them push that you have to do it that way or no way. But that is really a personal decision of yours. We all have free will. If you're looking for the right words, look for the right words, whatever resonates for you through whatever religion you were raised or whatever religion you choose. There are always scripts to help. Mm-hmm. But prayer is an emotion from the soul and the heart of you. It's for something good. It's about something good. It's wanting something good. It harms no one. It blesses everyone. Prayer is something beautiful to be shared, something beautiful to connect with whatever your higher source is. I call it God. Mm-hmm. And it works. Mm-hmm. It's healed many. It's made miracles happen. Prayer can move mountains. Mm-hmm. And in this time, on this planet, in our lifetime, prayer is very, very important. At this point, prayer is keeping the stars in the sky.
So it's that imminent at this time? That everyone needs to...
Everybody needs to be praying. Mm-hmm. If there's someone that is going to the dark side, pray for them. Don't condemn them. Mm-hmm. Pray for their soul. It could turn them around. Some magical, fabulous, divine healing could happen.
Yes.
You've got to believe it. Mm-hmm. When somebody is hateful to you, pray for them. Don't be hateful back.
Yes.
You know, prayer can straighten crooked limbs. It's amazing, all the stories and testimonies that you open your mind to hearing about prayer. It's all around you. It's like if you have a red car, you notice all the other red cars. If you're pregnant, you notice all the other pregnant ladies. If you got a kid with red hair, everybody's got a kid with red hair. If you open your mind up to prayer, how to pray, who to pray for, it will be put right in front of you. Mm-hmm. Open your mind to prayer. Prayer is so important. And gather. If you have a church family, go to that church and pray with them. You don't have to hang out with them or talk about what everybody's wearing or anything. You don't have to go eat with them afterwards, but be there in that group prayer. It seems silly to some, but that energy it's very important. It always has been, but more so lately.
So I'd like for you to hone in on a gathering at this time, whatever gathering you can imagine. And I'd like for you to see the energy field of the people as they pray and gather together. What visually happens from the spiritual side when two or more gather together?
All right, from above, so below, right? Okay, from a celestial level kind of thing. Let's just say that you're not very far above this, like you're a drone.
Yes.
Okay? You will see separate lights coming together. Let's just say, what do you call that? Infrared, where people are kind of lit up? Okay. So let's say people are coming to Alba gathering, okay? They're getting out of their cars, you're seeing it from above. Some have brighter lights, some are dimmer, but everybody's got a light, okay?
Yes.
As they get in their circle, as they meet and greet, as they start sharing stories, their lights get, some of them really amp up. Some of them are okay, just twinkle, twinkle, okay? When they're in a circle and they're all of the same mind and they're all experiencing the same thought pattern that's good and soul opening, so to speak, they all light up. And then that light seems to catch the atmosphere like an electrical field of light happens because of all those lights. So it's a full-on to the next level amping up of the energy, which has more power than if they were just talking or experiencing or listening to this on their own. Okay?
Yes.
It's that energy just amps to the point it causes something else to happen. Now all of this isn't just going as far as the drone. It's going straight out into the universe, not just up to the sky, but into the universe. And this energy of goodness and hope and belief and inspiration and all these good things is going to a divine source. It's heard. You don't have to beg or plead because it's all heard. But this is heard, and it's causing a series of events, it's causing a ripple.
Okay.
Okay? And that ripple could touch the energies of other people that want to gather in a similar kind of way. And
that could be in a different part of the world?
Yes.
Okay.
It could happen, it has nothing to do with Alba's gathering, but somehow that energy is flown around in the ether. It's bouncing around. And somebody might just pick up on a little bit of it, and they talk to a friend, and they tell two friends, and they tell two friends, and the next thing you know, they're having a get-together of some kind. And they're discussing good and wonderful things, and they're talking about whoever their divine source is that they relate to, God. They're, whatever. I mean, I hate to do that because I see it as God. And when I look at it from any level I'm in, it's God. Okay? God is short for good. All right? So all of these energies are canceling out whatever negative is near. Good wins over evil.
Mm-hmm.
So people are doing this more and more. They're looking for this more and more. And we're on the precipice of something big. And now is the time to be doing this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's highly important.
Mm-hmm.
It decides really whether the stars stay in the sky.
Mm-hmm. So allow your light to amplify even more. Go on a higher level where you can see things from even a higher perspective of what's happening to the actual earth. What is this energy, this thing that is so imminent that everyone's talking about? Where is it coming from? What is it doing?
Mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Mankind's free will has gone off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
Due to mankind's free will, which is untouchable, it's gotten off course.
Mm-hmm.
So before there's more damage done, there's damage and damage control happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something we can't predict. How, why, or who, or what. All those questions are in everybody's mind.
Yes.
But it's very obvious that looking at the light, looking for the light, being the light, will save us all.
Mm-hmm. Some have said that something is coming to make a change.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that that's what's happening? Is
Yes,
something
I feel it down deep in my soul.
Okay. See if you could.
Everybody I know, I can talk to strangers in the grocery store in line, turn around and go, we all know something's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And some people will look at me and they look mad.
Mm-hmm.
And they look scared. But they look angry,
Yeah.
Like, what is she talking about? And then some people nod and go, yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. But, it's mostly amen.
Mm-hmm.
Every human on earth feels something coming, whether they admit it or not.
Yeah. How do you prepare for this thing that's coming?
We all have our own preparation. My biggest challenge is inner dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
I hear myself thinking things that are worrisome or negative, or why did that person do that in traffic, or something like that. Where did this come from? Or instead of just going, God bless them, move on to the light. And I have to keep that in check, whereas other people might be oblivious to that.
Mm-hmm.
Or they might have their own struggle. Some people are experiencing physical symptoms they've never had before, and they don't know what they are, and a lot of people are in pain.
Yes.
Pain of all kinds. Pain of loss. Everybody's lost somebody in tragic ways.
Mm-hmm.
You might not know anybody that hasn't.
Yes.
For the first time in history, everybody's got so much pain. Pain in their family, loss, suicide, murder, just all kinds of just pain and ugliness, and the way we handle these tests are what are going to determine the future.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just go, well, everybody's bad, so I might as well be bad too.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Was there some sort of a soul contract with those that left early?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There were multiple.
I'm going to give you a tissue so you can use it whenever you wish.
Yeah, there's some.
Mm-hmm.
There was multiple situations. It's almost like they checked it off pre coming to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were like groups. Like, okay, I'm going to be in the group that endures.
Mm-hmm.
And helps each other to the very end, till the big event, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some that say, I'm just going to be a tourist, okay?
And what would a tourist be doing?
Tourists could do multiple things. Tourists, just like when you're going on a trip. I'm going to be a tourist that kind of stays on the bus.
Mm.
I'm not going to pay attention to anything. I'm just going to look out the window. I'm not going to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the time comes, I'm just going to drop dead. No symptoms, nothing.
Okay.
Okay? Or they can say, I'm the tourist that's going to go to Disney World and we're flying out right away afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll go for a little part, up to recent times. And then they just disappear. People know people that are just disappearing. They're just gone. They don't know where they went, what happened to them. They're just missing. There's more missing people today than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Missing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Nobody knows what happened to them. And then there's some people that say, I'm just going to take it till I can't take it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the multiple suicides we're hearing about and witnessing.
Yes.
And then there's some that say, I'm going to be a victim.
Mm.
And they're part of the mass murders and stuff. They're wars and things like that,
Yes.
But there's just a variety. Everybody on Earth is going through this at once. And look at all those people. And they all had some kind of soul contract. But the soul contracts were varied. Some are like, I'm going to go through all this hardship, and then when things start getting close to the event, when things start going sideways, something seriously hard is going to make me be alone. And then I can hear that small, still voice that tells me what my real path is after all this struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Where I can go to the light and be in a joyous place. So, I mean, it's fascinating.
How would you know which one you are?
That's the beauty of it. We all have amnesia from the time we get here, basically. Some small children remember for a while who they are, where they're from. They remember their, immortal souls situation, but we get here and we get lost in all of the earthly 3D in your face stuff, and we completely forget about our soul contract. And we go, why is this happening to me? And I don't understand. Why do people have it easy and I don't? And then the people that have it easy are gloating and things. It's funny. But the thing is, the whole world has gone through something difficult in the last couple of years.
Yes.
So that means more people have gone to the hard part to move through and be changed by it one way or another. A smack of humility will do a wondrous thing and put you closer to God,
Yes.
And at this point in our history, we've never had anything like this happen. You know, a worldwide global shutdown and all of these threats of even worse things, and everybody's the worldwide plague basically. And so it's put us all in a earthling perspective, and we're all going through something hard. So we're at different levels of getting through this en masse, which means that more people are trying to figure out existentialism and trying to figure out spirituality and figure out what their role is here and how they can cope with everything they've been through. And some are working through that, and their gifts are opening. Everybody's gifts are waking up one way or another, whether they like it or not. So there's been a paradigm shift.
Yes. So what are the gifts that are opening up with Sabrina?
Well, her mediumship, definitely, and just seeing things, feeling things more intensely, dreams, visions, seeing things people don't see, and being honest about it, whether it's intimidating to speak about it, but she's had to tap into her courage and come out about it because it's been happening all her life, but it's just waking up so much it's hard to ignore anymore. Knowing things that she shouldn't know, like, just knowing things. But just full on waking up.
Now in the future she's going to be trained for some of this so that she can help people even more.
Yes.
What advice do you give her about what she's going to be doing in the future?
It's what she's seen happening already. There's going to be some public speaking, definitely some in a trance kind of speaking.
Yes.
The mediumship helps people. Everybody's lost a loved one, and the saddest part about death is the people left behind. So helping those that were left behind understand that it's not what they think, and that their loved ones are still there. It lightens their soul, and they understand things better, and they could go on with their life with, more happiness and understanding. And that's, after seeing that multiple times, she'd love to help others, because, the loss of a loved one is a terrible thing. It's very painful and unhealthy, and helping them through that transition.
At night, when she's trying to go to sleep, she's experiencing a lot of disruption. Not only herself, but for her dog, which I'm sure has a lot to be with about the spirits that are trying to communicate with her.
Yes.
Things she's doing in her astral travels. Would you go deeper into what's happening so that we can correct that?
She is sorting so many things out. The most inane dreams, some of them are stress dreams. And those will be slowing down soon.
Okay.
Because the stress is starting to lift off of her.
Good.
And some of them are connecting in a parallel universe, or lifetime in a parallel universe.
Yes.
So it's just a life she has in another universe. And then some of them are busy work that boils down to a mathematical system.
Yes.
A binary code of sorts is kind of like code. Whatever she's doing is, even if it's washing dishes in her dream, somehow or other that turns into information, a binary code type math information that is being intercepted by people that, by Ananda.
Who is Ananda?
Ananda is on a ship that is, Sabrina's an avatar of Ananda, and
Okay.
Ananda is on a mission of intel for the Galactic Federation, and a lot of these busy dreams are actual going through earthly chores and stuff, and explaining why that's done and what that means, and it's almost just helping Intergalactic Federation understand mundane, tedious actions and what they represent with Earth, with Earthlings. So it's kind of like she's going through these chores, turning it into a code to be sent or intercepted by Ananda, so she can put that in her files on her research for Earthlings and their protocols and activities and stuff. Isn't that weird? Wow.
So what other planets does Ananda work with? Just Earth or other places?
At this time, just Earth, because we've got a big, it's a big mission.
Okay.
Everybody's watching Earth. Earth means a lot. Whatever happens on Earth affects multiple galaxies. It goes through universe after universe.
Okay.
We are like some kind of catalyst kind of thing of what happens. There's something about this planet that it's kind of like I want to say testing ground of some sort. If it works here, it'll work everywhere, kind of thing. It's a testing kind of thing. So they're very interested in Earth right now, but they can't get too involved. So we have avatars that are kind of symbiotic with members of the Galactic Federation.
Okay.
And Ananda. Sabrina's an avatar of Ananda, and Ananda has a big intel mission. So she's giving them weird information, I guess.
Okay. Would Ananda be like the oversoul or something else?
No, she's oversoul is divine source.
Okay. So where is Ananda? Where is she on the level of, is she, this is hard to explain then. If we're talking about a soul is what is experiencing life right now on the planet. This avatar, does it take on this soul?
A soul is a force. It's a life force. It's an energy.
Yes.
It's nebulous. And it can be in multiple places at once. A soul can be shared. A soul is immortal. It always has been, always will be. So there's a huge game of chess going on right now as to whether to move this body that has part of this soul over here. You know what I mean?
Are you living at the same time in different bodies? Or in different timelines?
In different bodies in different universes, which are parallel universes to Earth.
Okay.
But it is another dimension that we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
The Galactic Federation is right here, but they're at another frequency that puts them in another dimension.
Okay.
So they can cross in and out of dimensions where we can see them, but then they can go right back into their dimension.
Okay.
So, you know, some people see UFOs and then it just disappears. Well, it's going right back into its dimension. You know, we can't go from 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional. So we don't understand that. But it's not a problem for people that are so much more advanced.
Okay.
And they've been doing this for millennia to the point that they understand it. They're at a different frequency. They were made different. You know, they're just different. So.
Has Sabrina ever seen the ship where Ananda is on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Physically with her eyes or in a different
I
state?
have seen it.
Okay.
It was over a big lake, and it was doing a cloud where it kind of morphs into a cloud.
Yes.
There's a vapor that is expressed from it energetically, and it shapes. It makes it look like it's a cloud in a weird shape, but it's a ship.
Like
more
a
and more
circular.
people are seeing it. Yeah.
Like the circular ones. Yes, I've seen those.
Yeah, I mean, and there's Ananda's ship is a long bird-like thing with like a flip on either side kind of thing. And so, and it's got a huge window in the middle of it. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Very good. So, before Sabrina was born into this body, did she already know that this was her mission coming in?
Yes, and then when she left her body at 8 years old, she had a discussion about, she knew who she was, why she was here, and she was told she needed to go back and finish her mission because that's what she signed up for, so she did. Yeah.
Okay. So where is she on her mission right now?
On the right path.
Okay. Very good. All right. So let's go on to a different topic. I'd like you to go ahead and just take a very deep breath in. And we're going to focus on the fear of Hawaii and the volcanoes. And just go deeper into it. And go right to the origin of this fear.
Multiple dreams of volcanoes. As a child, right after the NDE, Sabrina was all over the place. She was remote viewing. She was actually astral traveling and showing up. But then she went back to a place where a volcano was erupting, and she was physically there in time. It was somewhere in the past. And she was running from a blast, and she picked up a couple of children and was running with these children, and then it all went black. This had to be a former lifetime where she died in a volcano eruption.
All right, let's go to that lifetime. I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you're going to be right before that volcano erupts. 1, before the volcano erupts. 2, and 3. You're there now.
The ground has been rumbling, and then we know something's happening.
Are you male or female there?
I'm female, but I'm really big and strong.
Okay.
I'm a farmer of some kind. I work real hard. I toil the field, so I'm strong. Pompeii.
Okay. And what happens next?
Well, the ground is rumbling big time, and there's this huge explosion. I mean, huge. It rattles everything, and we're all running. were trying to outrun it and run to the water or whatever. Everybody's running like ants. And it's so fast. There's no outrunning it. We're gone. We're gone. That's it. I grabbed those 2 children and we were done. There was lava everywhere. It was quick.
So what happens to your soul?
I'll come out and I see all the destruction. And I went straight to the light. I didn't even want to hang around. I just went straight to the light.
Okay.
There was no in between. I just went straight to the light.
All right. So I want you to do something for me. I'm going to count backwards. When I get to number 1, you're going to experience this in slow motion so you can feel everything. And this time you're going to experience everything. 3, 2, and 1. What's happening? What's happening as you feel the eruption beneath your feet?
It was awful. It knocked everybody off their feet.
Okay.
Everybody was screaming.
All right. So I want you to feel what it feels like to breathe in that air.
There was no breathing in that air. It was like acid.
All right. So feel that acid as it's going into your body.
Come on.
What's happening with your lungs?
We're dead. I mean, we're done.
What's the last thought that you have?
I wish I could have saved those babies.
All right. Very good. So I want you to take a moment now and speak to the souls of those 2 babies. What do you say to them?
I'm so sorry.
Talk to them.
You're so young.
Yes. And talk to their parents.
I tried, right? But it was history. It was historical.
Yes.
It was a message.
Yes.
We were all part of a big message.
What do they say to you, these children?
They said, it's okay. I mean, we signed up for this. Oh.
So now that you understand that you signed up for this, that this was a bigger plan, you can finally understand and take that power back. Take power back knowing that there is nothing to fear of these volcanoes. That was the choice. The choice to give a message to the rest of humanity for the futures.
Yes.
Are you ready to take your power back?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to sound the tuning fork, and I want you to take back that power that you have been letting go of, that fear that's been holding you back. Take back your power. You know you did your best. And those children knew, their souls knew what was going to happen. There are no coincidences. There are no mistakes. And feel yourself as you fill your body once again. And find that piece of your soul that was shattered when the volcano took your life. When you turned into dust. Recuperate all of that of you. Make yourself whole again. And tell me when you're done. Don't leave any speck. Recuperate everything. When When you're done, tell me you're done.
I'm done.
Very good. So you're going to take that little tissue in your hand, and I want you to cough out all of that poisonous gas from that volcano, no longer holding that within you.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. And now that the gases are out, you can connect with the energy, the powerful energy of that volcano. You now have your power back, and you can speak with it. And this volcano connects with all of the volcanoes on Earth. What does the volcano say to you?
You've died once already from the power of the volcano. You will be spared from in this life of that death.
Mm-hmm. Can you forgive that volcano for taking your life?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Are you willing to send that volcano love? Are you able to do that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to sound the tuning fork. Allow your vibration to match that volcano so that you could feel its power and allow you to gain that power back. What do you sense?
I sense that I'm bigger and stronger now than I was then.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got the protection of the volcano instead of the threat.
Mm-hmm. Ask this volcano, what is the purpose of you going to Hawaii? To that volcano there.
There's a portal opening, but I have to be there for that.
Mm-hmm.
It will release a divine energy that will affect everyone involved.
Mm-hmm.
And it will help us. It will help us on our mission.
Mm-hmm.
To help others.
Wonderful. And how will that energy there of that island help all of those that will be coming together for our gathering there?
They will come away with many answers, empowered and enlightened.
Mm-hmm.
And they will do many good deeds, and those will be paid forward, and then those will be paid forward, and it'll stretch out across all lands.
Mm-hmm.
To uplift the energy of the earth, the whole earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beginning.
Very good.
Of a master movement.
Very good. So in closing, what is the reason why Sabrina was brought to this land this weekend? And what message do you and the natives of this land give her today?
She needed to be they're saying she needed to take an Alba vitamin. She needed to be re-energized. and rested and reconnected and remember some things.
And what message do they give her today in closing, all of those who are the stewards of the land, who have been watching, who have been rowling up the dog next door with their energy?
They said, thank you for coming. And that one that she saw, Luke,
Yes.
he wasn't really expecting her to see him.
Ah, so he was
But he's
taken by
glad
surprise.
He's glad she did, because it helps Alba know that she's in good hands. She's protected.
Very
Everybody's
good.
protected.
Very good. Is there anything else that you would like to tell Sabrina today, or that she needs to tell anyone who is listening at this time?
Keep taking that one day off. Everybody works so hard. Take that one day off. Honor the Sabbath. Rest. You know, think of God. Meditate. Speak good words to other people about the blessings on earth. Be grateful to people and God and land, and just be grateful. There's miracles, little miracles all over the place. If you can't have a big one, count all your little ones.
Very good. Is there anything else?
No, thanks.
Very good. So 5, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over.
Oh, wow.
Welcome back.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm just covered in tears. Wow.
That was powerful, huh?
There's a lot going on in there, huh? Pompeii, holy crap.
Pompeii, that's why you were so afraid of the volcano.
You know, because I came through Rome, and my driver was like, you'd like to go to Pompeii. I was like, why would he even suggest that shit? You know? Pompeii, are you kidding me? Hell no, that's sad.
Wow.
Whoa, big time.
So Sabrina, that was unexpected, huh?
What all was that? There was a lot. We're going la la la, you know, light and good and God and happiness, and then all of a sudden, oh, there's this chick up here and chick down here and over there. And, oh, man.
You know, this is the first time that I actually, from the side of my, you know, how you see things, I actually saw some movement over here.
I'm telling you, there's stuff going on. There's activity.
And they had to, I think they were just riling up that dog.
That was weird.
Yeah, the dog was like, oh my God,
Because
what
we're
is
talking
this?
about him, and all of a sudden this dog goes nuts.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
birds at the beginning.
No, the birds the whole time were going nuts, so they were really excited. So
yeah, there was something going on.
there was a lot of activity.
Let's do it outside. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
So what did you get out of this? Do you?
A lot.
Yeah?
Well, yeah. You know, when I was a kid, my dad had to buy me, I had multiple globes and maps. My room was covered in maps because I would wake up and tell him I'd been here and there was this and that happening. And I would be there when volcanoes erupted. And I had to go, they sent me to a few doctors to learn lucid dreaming so I wasn't so freaked out by it, where I could
Isn't that interesting?
turn into a bird or something. And I was always talking about, okay, here's the Earth, this volcano erupted, so that means this weight came out, so that is displacing the weight of the Earth. I'm 8 years old talking about this, 8, 9 years old.
That's amazing. I'm going to move this over here a little bit.
I mean, I wasn't educated for that.
Yeah.
They're not teaching that in school at 8, 9 years old. So, you know, volcanoes were a big deal, and I had tidal wave dreams too. So, you know, volcanoes erupting can cause tidal waves, I guess. You know, earthquakes do for sure. But it's always been, you know, like volcanoes. Oh, that'd be the worst.
And the reason this was brought up is because we are going to be going to Hawaii in February 2024 for a big gathering. and we haven't set the location as of this moment. Maybe by the time you see this, we'll have more information on my website. But Sabrina has been very, very hesitant about going to Hawaii because of the volcanoes. But she has been told by everybody that this was very important for her to be a part of this ceremony, of this activation, that we're going there to do this, and that all of those who are coming to participate in this gathering will have something to do with this activation. So it's very important to do this. And so Sabrina was kind of like putting the brakes on, saying, oh
yeah, we're going to go to this volcano. It was like, oh, no, wait. Yeah.
So this session, you could see that I waited to the end to do this because I knew it was going to be very emotional for Sabrina. So we had to get to the root of this and figure out what had happened. And as you could see, it was an agreement that it was going to happen.
That was bad. That was traumatic.
Yeah. How do you feel about it now?
Better. Mm-hmm. I mean, because that dream was so real. I mean, and I've had flashbacks about that dream all my life.
Well,
I mean,
it was traumatic for your soul. So now we could see that's you were fractured in that, and we had to get that piece.
I mean,
so when I told you to get the pieces back, how did that look to you?
You're talking about
when I asked for you to get all the pieces of you back, that was...
Yeah, because I'm seeing... it was almost like maybe stone or a pile of ashes shaped like a person.
Yeah.
And it was, on the ground holding these
children.
It was just terrible.
So were you able to bring that back?
And then it kind of... like the ashes lifted up, but I didn't go into a person again. We all went like towards the light.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And the children were talking to me as they were like little wispy kids, and they were like, "It's okay, we signed up for it,
Isn't that beautiful?
So, and they never came back. They never came back.
That was their job. That was their mission there.
That was it.
And it was almost like a contract with you, too.
To be part of that history.
Yeah.
Like, God, why would you sign up for that? But I did, too.
Wow. So how did you like doing this session outdoors? Pretty interesting, huh? We do have a fan going on. I don't know if it's working or not.
I don't think we...
No, I don't think so.
You turned it off. It came back on its own. You turned it off again. I was like, what's going on?
So I know it's pretty loud with all of the noises around. Yeah. But that's part of nature, and I did want everyone to experience what it's like to be.
It's so cool here.
With all of these sounds. They're really loud for me, so they're probably loud
the Native Americans, they were all around this thing.
Yes.
They were standing all around here. That was almost creepy.
we had
cool.
Quite an audience.
Yeah, they know what's going on, and they know me. They do recognize me because I've been here before, and I talked to them before.
There are no secrets in life. I recently took a class, well, it wasn't recent, more than 6 months ago. I took a class with Veda Austin. She freezes water, and the water is able to communicate information to her.
Oh, wow.
It's a little bit more advanced than Dr. Emoto.
That's what I was going to say, Dr. Emoto on acid or something.
Yeah, because it's almost like the water photographs whatever it is that's happening. So you could put a hand over the water and it will come back frozen with the hand. Sometimes it's a face.
Wow.
And since we're right here, this is a story that it's really silly. It has nothing to do with this, but it's all about how nature knows. It's like a hatchet. Pickaxe? No.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was a
pickaxe is a two-sided thing.
Yeah, it's a two-sided thing. I had a pickaxe that I had bought, and I had placed it on this deck that's behind me here.
Oh, yeah.
You could see it right here, and you could see those flowers, those plants that are kind of red behind me.
Ginger.
And they make a triangle right there.
Right.
And around the deck is a bunch of little rocks.
Yeah.
And so I decided when I took this class, I said to the water, just tell me something that's going on that I know. And the water came back almost as a photograph with my deck, the triangle with the plants and the axe on the deck.
Oh, wow.
And that is when I said, oh my God, there are no secrets. Even the water knows what's going on around you.
Water is big time. People underestimate water.
Yeah, so, that's water. So spirit knows everything. So there are no secrets. You're going to the bathroom, they know you're there. I mean, there's no hiding spirit. So all the thoughts that you're having, all of the intentions, all of your prayers, that's being heard. So, I wanted to talk about prayer, and we did. And prayer meditation is basically the same.
I don't quite remember what I said, but I mean, I hope I was clear.
Yeah, you were pretty clear.
Some things, yeah.
Do you remember most of the session or not?
I remember the tree.
Okay.
Tree was awesome.
Yeah.
What a witness.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. That's why I wanted to have the tree behind me
my God.
on the video,
This
because
is an incredible tree.
It's huge. It's a huge tree.
And then...
and we talked about the pyramid. I have a copper pyramid.
Oh, yeah.
If you can see it, there are branches behind me, and the branches come out of the tree, and they kind of hug the earth. They go in and back out. And I have a copper pyramid in the middle. And I talked about that, and apparently the tree is a little bit irritated from the energy that's so much from the pyramid.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be moving that pyramid. So it's nice to get confirmation.
Pretty close to the tree, yeah.
It's nice to get confirmation from the tree that, this energy is kind of annoying to her, and we're going to move the pyramid to a different place now. So this stuff is really, it's really great.
Yeah, I remember the tree and the guys around here, and what else?
Yeah.
There was the Ananda.
Ananda, yeah, you're the avatar of Ananda on a ship.
Yes, and I've been there in sessions, and I've seen Alba's ship, if you've been watching any of that. Alba's ship makes my ship look like a punk, and my ship holds 1,000 people.
Mine holds more than 1,000.
Hers holds Texas. I mean, she's on a big old mission, and I'm just gathering intel with all my little people from all over the universe, my Men in Black staff or whatever,
Yeah. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to give a shout out to those who are Fadernauts. Sabrina has her Fade to Black t-shirt. She's got it signed by Jimmy Church. So if anybody's watching this that follows Jimmy, just give him a shout out saying that we are...
I got that in LA. I've worn it out.
That we are definitely giving a shout out to Jimy Church.
I love Jimmy.
So thank you all for watching. Okay. Much love to you.
God bless y'all. Peace and love.
Bye.
Bye.
That was wonderful. Thank you, baby. Oh my gosh. That was great.
Always something.